Yo, what's up guys? Terrell here. Haven't done a vlog in a minute, and this has kind of been stuck on my mind recently because of, well, actually, it was stuck on my mind like a few weeks ago, and then it just got brought back up like a few days ago, and me watching a video a few minutes ago kind of christened that. So tomorrow, Turkey Day, going in like a motherfucker, got Black Friday, woo-hoo. No work for 4 days, killing off the homework, probably tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, fuck that. I'll probably kill off the homework like on Friday. No, probably Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. I always have shit to do. Cold is about gone. I have like an annoying cough that's kind of lingering, but that's about it. See, that's it. See, that wasn't intentional. I want that to be known. So anyways, this video is really just about Inuyasha. That's the thing I was referring to. Also, Wendy's Frosty, for the win. But it's too fucking cold right now. Anyways, the video is about Inuyasha. Inuyasha's been brought up a lot of times because if anyone watches me or knows of Otaku Assemble, you know he did a favorite. What was it like? It's like favorite anime or anime favorites in Inuyasha, relating around that. And then he makes a follow rant, you know, saying fuck all Inuyasha haters. Then my boy Esper Review makes kind of an addition to that to kind of back it up, in his opinion. And I know J-Man is is thinking about getting into the series. And then on top of that, I'm watching this other chick, Double A Anime, who apparently Richard has a problem with, according to comments and messages. Richard, take things too seriously, sir. Because the name are so similar. Anyways, she's a cool chick. She's just started. She only has like 3 videos up. One's about Blue Exorcist. One's about one's the introduction, Blue Exorcist, and then the Inuyasha vid. She just posted up tonight, actually, a few minutes ago, and it kind of brought back the whole Inuyasha thing. So I figured I'd get my thoughts on Inuyasha. You're probably thinking I should have made this a video in itself, but here's the thing about Inuyasha. If anyone's noticed me, I've been buying a lot of DVDs. I've been buying a lot of anime DVDs for like the last year going on 2 years. And I've seen all of the original Inuyasha. I haven't seen Final Act, but honestly I don't have a need to see the Final Act, honestly. Because the original Inuyasha kind of beat me to the ground to how much I gave a shit. That's just me personally. And so, to kind of just relay my whole opinion on Inuyasha, because I feel like Larry and Esper were kind of like giving you a fan, like a hardcore fans retrospective of it. Well, Larry's was a hardcore fans. Esper's was just kind of like positive, just to get the hate away from Inuyasha, because apparently Inuyasha gets a bad rap. But here's my thing. What I'm gonna tell you about Inuyasha is kind of a middle ground, where I don't like it as much as Larry does, because I don't even give a shit about the Final Act. I think the series. Don't get me wrong. I think the series is good. To me, maybe it's because I was watching it on Adult Swim week after week, and it just felt really annoying to me at certain points. But I don't have a desire to keep going. You know, fucking Larry said this is what, his 4th favorite anime. So I'm gonna give you kind of a middle ground. I don't think Inuyasha's bad. But the things I don't like about the series are things that are just legitimately, or some things that are just personal preference, and the other things are just fucking annoying. The first thing, and this is kind of to J-Man since he's about to watch the series, I'm going to warn you about, along with the other things. The first thing, the romance in the series is probably about 40, 30. It's like a third or near half of what the series is, because it's thrown in almost all in every arc in some way, shape, or form, and it's readdressed. There are a few things about this anime I just can't fucking stand. The first thing is, I don't like Kagome as a character, period. I'm not, now, to explain that, I don't think that doesn't mean she's a bad character. I want people to understand that. Just because I don't like Kagome doesn't mean she's a bad character. I think she's as a character, she's fine. I just can't stand her. She's annoying as shit to me. Because of this stupid, like, I don't know, just something about her personality just rubs me the wrong way. Like, I just find her annoying as shit. Mainly because she has a lot of, like, typical female lead issues along with, like, with the romance shit. Like, Kagome gets kidnapped a lot. But the difference I will say between her and, let's say, Onohime from Bleach is that she actually does shit about it. Like, when she's kidnapped by Koga the first time, she doesn't just sit there and take that and cry like a little bitch about it and just wander around the halls all depressed and lonely and shit. No! She gets in their faces about it. She does this, like, the one thing I respect about Kagome is that she has a lot of balls to pull some of the shit she pulls. Because you really shouldn't be pulling this shit, some of the shit she pulls in the situation she's in. But I think Kagome is a hot-headed woman done right in that aspect. But she's still annoying as fuck because she never comes off as a nice character. Like, every time she says, sit boyfriend Inuyasha, I don't find that funny. I find that aggravating. Because it's like 90% of the time, it's never like Inuyasha's fault. Like, half the time she says sit, it's usually over some shit because he's picking on Shippo. Which is bullshit to me. Personally, I think Sango is the better female lead, even though she has a problem. The big issue I have with this series is a really annoying redundancy issue. Like with a lot of things, a lot of people would say it was just the romance. The romance is the main issue of it. It's the main point, but there's a lot of other things in the series that are really redundant. Like the redundancy with Kohaku, Sango's little brother, which is the thing about Sango I can't stand. The fact that this dude is brought up so many times, and I have to deal with the stupid... Let's put it this way. Inuyasha has the worst way. It's really bad with re-bringing up backstories. For the love of God, the most annoying fucking thing with Inuyasha is that it has a formula, and then it has the backlash on top of that. It has like the formula where you have an arc, you do some shit, you have some romance in the midsection, and then you have like random bullshit fillers with like random shit. And then that cycle just repeats in different ways. Mind you, these ways it's not like these ways are bad. I mean, I like the 7 bandits and shit. I think the most annoying arc for me personally will be the whole Naraku backstory bullshit. Because for God's sakes, we see the stupid Inuyasha Kikyo flashback so many fucking times. I'm tired of that flashback. I'm tired of the Kikyo flashback. I'm tired of the Kagome's introduction to our world flashback. I'm tired of Inuyasha being stabbed to the tree 80 million fucking times. I'm sorry. To me, Inuyasha has like the most annoying setup for flashbacks because they need the flashback shit all the time. Because here's the thing, Kikyo gets revived like within the first few episodes. And ever since then, every time there's anything love related with Kagome or Kikyo, I keep seeing the fucking Kikyo flashback. I will keep seeing the Kikyo flashback. I will see the Kikyo flashback even when it's not Inuyasha Kikyo. Like Kikyo's like fighting some other niggas. You'll sometimes just see the fucking flashback. I mean, it's not like it doesn't fit in the situation, but at the same time, it's like, I've seen this 8 times already. Why are you showing it to me again? And because Naraku's flashback coincides with Inuyasha's and Kikyo's, you see it another 10 fucking times. Because you're going through Naraku shit. Because so they're like, every time you bring up Naraku, it's a flashback to Naraku tricking them and fucking them both up. And getting them both screwed over in their own ways. Kikyo dying and fucking Inuyasha being, stuck on the tree for 50 years. Like, after a point, that gets annoying. I think that's like the most annoying thing about Inuyasha. The fucking flashbacks. Fuck the goddamn flashbacks in Inuyasha. They can go die to fire. Why? Because 90% of them are the same flashbacks repeated. I hate that. I'm sorry. And it really, you're thinking, well, this seems like a small thing to be bitching about. It does until you realize it happens too fucking often. It really does, in my opinion. The romance is fine, for the most part. I think I hate Inuyasha Kikyo romance, honestly. Because the Kikyo romance usually ends up the same way. Where like fucking Inuyasha and Kikyo have like these close scenes and touching moments. And then you'll see fucking Kagome in the background fucking bitching and whining and shit. And then it's usually vice versa in some way. No, that's right. Kikyo's dead face. So Kikyo's just wandering and shit. Like, there's a lot of things about Inuyasha that irk the crap out of me. I'm not a huge fan of the Koga Inuyasha rivalry is cool, but it's very stereotypical and it just comes off whatever. Like it's kind of like the Sanji Zoro thing in One Piece, like where it's kind of just there. Like I'm not really one way or the other with it. I kind of prefer the Moroku Sango relationship flat episodes more than the Inuyasha Kagome shit. Like, and that's the problem. The fact that I hate Kagome. On top of that, the majority of the shit we're dealing with in the stories usually are revolved around her or Inuyasha, kind of really takes you out of the story at a lot of points. But I finished all Inuyasha. Also the fact that there's a lot of redundancy, but there's always like these repeated episodes where Inuyasha becomes human, which I don't mind. I actually prefer those to the full demon ones he'll do later on where I forget what it is, but it's like these episodes where he loses his shit and he just goes full demon and starts like fucking attacking everything, and then I feel like I'm watching like a really annoying case. I'm watching like some annoying Bleach shit again, where Ichigo loses his shit as Hollow. Like I'm tired. Mind you, I just don't like that shit in anime either. Inuyasha to me is like my first hatred of that. Inuyasha to me is the reason why I can't stand that in other anime now. The whole demon transformation, so I gotta sit through the girl trying to calm him down and shit. It's really annoying. Because Naruto does it, and fucking Bleach does it. I'm tired of seeing that, and it was kind of aggravating. I do like Naraku as a villain. I don't really understand the hate for the character. To me, he's set up like a villain should be. Like, he's not necessarily OP, but at the same time, well, this is where it's at. He's not OP at the beginning. He's OP like during like after he gets his little fucking quote unquote upgrade. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but there's an upgrade he gets that he just becomes fucking OP like a motherfucker, and it's kind of insane. I don't really mind Naraku as a villain, and I will agree with Larry to say you should watch the movies. I feel like this is Inuyasha. You should watch the movies over the series, in my opinion. Like, I prefer the movies over the series in some points, because I don't know, like I can't, like, Larry says that this is his fourth favorite anime. For me to say it's my fourth favorite means I should be able to rewatch Inuyasha on some level. I could probably rewatch any episode that didn't deal with Inuyasha or Kagome directly, because if it deals with Kagome or Inuyasha directly, I'm just like, no. Like that, I like Inuyasha. I think Inuyasha is an okay man. I just don't like Kagome. I also don't like the fact that you have to rehear the same attack names over and over again. Wind tunnel, wind tunnel, wind tunnel. Wind scar, wind scar, wind scar. Like, it's like when he got the upgrade for the wind scar, I was like, cool. And then I just realized, oh, wind scar is just gonna be his spamming. It's gonna be the technique. It's gonna be his casual technique. Like, the wind scar was hyped up so fucking much when we first heard about it and when he first mastered it, and then after a point, it just became fodder attack. It's like, this isn't a real sword swing power. This is just me going, wind scar. Like, this is the problem. Inuyasha has like the worst power-up system, in my opinion. And then when Inuyasha gets random attack upgrades, he barely uses them, like the backlash wave. Mind you, the backlash wave has a condition for it, so I'm not really that mad with it. I think Shishomaru is kind of overhyped, in my opinion, in terms of side characters. I think Shishomaru's not bad. It's just I've never been a fan of the pretty boy character. I've never been a fan of the pretty boy character. That's why I can never, that kind of alienates me from like the main favorite characters of the series. I actually like Kagura. I thought Kagura was cool, on some level. Her and Kohaku becomes cool near the end of Inuyasha. Like, near the end of Inuyasha, I start liking him. But like, during the beginning of Inuyasha, he was so fucking redundant. It was just like, Kohaku, no! And like, I had to sit here and deal with Sango spazzing out every time her fucking brother showed up. And now, me rewatching, so for me to rewatch Inuyasha is like sitting there rewatching the beginning of the end. Because it's like, oh, I know I'm going to see that flashback about 20 more fucking times. Oh, I know I'm going to hear him scream that name out like 20 more fucking times. And also, there should be a reel of Kohaku, Kagome, Kikyo, Sit Boy, Windscar, and whatever else. Okay. Oh, I thought my thing was off. And that probably needs to be edited out, but I'm probably not going to because I'm lazy. Woke my mom up. Which I don't really think is a big deal considering no one has to go to work anymore. So, whatever. All I'm saying is that those are the things I really can't stand about the series. I think the fights are pretty cool. It's just that I kind of hate the fact that I had to deal, like, I don't know, it's not really appealing when I have to deal with a main character who seems to get embarrassed all the time. Inuyasha gets embarrassed a lot in this series. Like, the only other subsection I can make for real is, like, how many times Inuyasha gets his ass whooped. Because Inuyasha's played off as a hot-hit character. And he never changes from being a hot-hit character. So I have to sit here and watch Inuyasha just go through this stupid fucking getting his ass whooped phase. Like, Inuyasha usually has those sections where it's like either he'll rape everything and then he'll get cheated, or he'll just get bitched around and then come back. Like, I don't know. That's just something about Inuyasha I can't stand. Kagome is just an annoying character to me. Not a bad character, just annoying as fuck. Die in the fire, Kagome. Die in the fire. I might get a lot of hate on this video, and just to throwing this out here, as I said, I don't hate Inuyasha, but those are the things I have against it, which is why I don't view it as highly as, say, Larry or Esper do. I just don't find it. It just has, there's too many problems with basic things in it. Like, it has, like, basic problems. It doesn't even have, like, full story plot holes or any of that shit. Like, I don't really find any plot holes in Inuyasha, for the most part. The only problems I just have with are just basic shit. I mean, as you said, I haven't mentioned anything about the plot being annoying. Like, Naruto's, as much as I hate Naruto's backstory because of that repetitive flashback I keep saying, I don't hate him, I don't hate his backstory. I just hate the fucking flashback that shows up 20 times in it. I don't hate Inuyasha or Kikyo's backstories or Kagome's setup. I just hate the fact that I have to see it 80 fucking times. I don't like repeating scenes that many times. I mean, for God's sakes, especially in a short amount of time. Because the Naraku shit, it's like the second arc in the series, to me, if I believe right. I'm not 100% sure, it's been a minute. But because I believe it's like the introductory arcs, and them just kind of fucking with Naraku, and then like, and then this is during the section where they're whooping his ass, and then the second section where he starts kind of like becoming OP while we learn about his backstory, and by the end of the second arc he becomes like OP, and they're running away from him. And this, I think this is either before or after the whole, I forget what they call it, the 7 bandits, I can't remember what the official name for them was. Like the 7 bandits, 7 undead bandits, because you find out Naraku's kind of like plotting some shit at the mountain, that famous mountain where he quote unquote kills Kikyo and shit. Like, it's around that arc, that subsection of arcs. And then the rest of the series is literally me dealing with Hakudoshi and all his little bullshit spawn characters that he seems to be spitting out near the end of the series. And then I have to deal with the Adamant Barrage instead of Windscar, which honestly is a nice change of pace, but at the same time, you know, not a huge fan of it. Mind you, I like the ending. Well, the ending, you know, final act. But then again, don't really care enough. I think Inuyasha has its good points. I don't think it's as great as people try to put it up to be. Like, I think it's like mid-tier. I think it gets A tier. I think it gets like high tier instead of mid tier because it's older and it does do a lot of the deeper things right. But some of its basic issues really irk me, and that's kind of bad when I can't get through. And I got through all the episodes. It wasn't like, so you can't call me like a bullshit fan. I got through the entirety of the first series. All, what was it, like 156 episodes? I got through the entirety of it. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say it's annoying. It's because those are my main memories of Inuyasha. My main memories aren't the badass moments of Inuyasha. It isn't the epic fights. My main memories of Inuyasha is the repetitive ass formula it hits, and then the stupid redundancy and backstories that I had to deal with. I'm sorry, but if I see Kikyo and Inuyasha's fucking backstory one more fucking time, I'm going to kill somebody. I remember a course of weeks, every Saturday, where I had to keep seeing that fucking backstory. God damn it, I hate that backstory now. It's not even a bad backstory, it's just, you see it so much. So I'm warning you, right now, for those who went, J-Man, this is mainly for you, and for anyone else who's watching, who's going to try to watch the series, that fucking backstory you're going to hit, like within the first 13 episodes, you're going to keep seeing that many times. And it's going to get on your fucking nerves. Maybe that could have been just me. That's just me. Anyways, that's my thoughts. But yours, I'll put double A animes in the comment description. I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of it now. I think I'm going to go watch the Cowboy Bebop, take my minds off some things, and then I'm going to go home. I mean, not go home. And then I'm going to get up tomorrow and eat some fucking turkey. So, this has been the vlogs again from your boy Terrell, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.